Hi guys, thanks for coming out and doing this and speaking to everybody. What are your individual feelings right now on the edge of a big year for both of you, not only for club but also for country?
Go USA.
Go Canada. You're such a jerk.
You can go.
Oh, great. For me personally, I mean, you know, on the eve of like a new season starting, it's always exciting, you know. We can't rest on what we did last year. You know, we're looking to improve on that. Be the first, you know, Thorns team to win the championship and the regular season. But you got to start somewhere, and the team's ready to go, raring to go. And then obviously individually, yeah, it's going to be a busy year, but that's why you play. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I mean, similar for me. I think we celebrated last year, but I think this is a new start for us. We want to obviously carry over a lot of the things that worked for us, but at the same time make changes and adapt, because every other team is going to be doing the same, and it's not going to be easy. This league is not easy in any way. So I think we're just excited for another challenge and a new season to hopefully win it all again. And individually, yeah, it's my first like big tournament year, like a World Cup year, so I'm just kind of soaking it all in, and I'm excited. I'm a little anxious and a little nervous, but like but excited. But also excited. It's like, yeah, it's like Sink said, it's why we play. We live for these moments, and it's going to be a big year.
And what do both of you think this year can do for the growth of the league, given the eyeballs that are going to be on the World Cup and on these players like yourselves in leading into that tournament?
I think every year, at least that I've been a part of this league, and there's been a World Cup, you see that, you know, that bounce of attendance and things like that. But you just look at where the league was last year, the investment that clubs are putting into their teams. It's an exciting time to be a women's footballer. And this World Cup, all signs are pointing to it being the biggest one in history. And I'm just excited for where this league can go. And women's football, I mean, it's just on the up and up. And the more investment, the more teams you see coming into the league, the better it's going to be. And yeah, hopefully this is one of those years that's a launching pad, both internationally and here in the NWSL.
Christine, you're one of the 5 players in the league who are still with the same team that you were originally, when the league first started in 2013. And I'm curious about what you think of your longevity with one team in the league, and also, did you ever expect it? You know, given the other attempts at pro leagues in the United States, did you ever expect it to last this long? And did you see the trajectory that the league was going to have?
Well, first of all, I've been very fortunate. I mean, when the NWSL formed, I made it very clear to the people in power that Portland was the only city I was going to play in. It's my home, and it will be my home forever. You know, and being a part of this organization through the ups and the downs, it's been one of the great honors of my career. But for this league, I think from the onset, I remember like year one, you could see the potential. I think they started small, they started realistic, and like slowly built. That I think, you know, after year 2, after year 3, there was no doubt that this league's going to be going forever now, and it's only going to grow. We'll go over here to Veronica.
So, how do you prepare physically and mentally when you are going to get a match? And if obviously when you're nervous or stressed, how do you handle that?
I mean, I think if I feel like that, it just means I care. Like, it just means you love the game. I like to feel nervous. I like pressure. That's when I feel like I play my best. But at the same time, I feel like I'm learning as I go how to manage those emotions and turn them into a positive thing. I listen to like calming music sometimes, like on the bus ride to games. I mean, I feel like I've just I'm still learning for sure. Like there's times where I'm like so nervous and stressed, but I'm definitely learning as I go.
How about you, Christine?
Yeah, I'm similar to Soph, where I still get nervous, and that's a good thing. It's when I don't feel that, I'm like, and then, yeah, I mean, once the whistle blows or once you start warm up, those feelings like dissipate, and then I'm also similar to Soph. If I'm feeling too anxious, it's definitely like calm music. I'm definitely more of a mellow type person. That's just how I am, and that's the space I need to be in heading into a match.
And a World Cup is coming up. As you may know, Telemundo owns the rights for the World Cup. How do you see the Women's World Cup in the future? I mean, not only this one coming up, but like more involvement and acceptance from the community.
I mean, I think it can only grow every time it happens. Like, it's just getting more and more attention. We saw with the Men's World Cup, I think having that just got people really excited, even for our World Cup. Like, it ended and everyone's like, oh, what now? Like, and it's like, we're next, like, we're coming up. So I think every time the World Cup happens, it just gets bigger and bigger. I think football, I mean, it's a global sport, but it's getting even bigger, and I think it's growing a lot in this country as well. I think people are appreciating quality soccer more so now than ever. So I think any world tournament is so big for the growth of the sport because there's so many eyes on the players.
Well said. I have nothing to add. That was like,
Christine, I was going to ask you, after all these years, how much do you still enjoy the game, actually playing?
I mean, the day that I don't enjoy it is the day I'm done. So I, to this day, still get excited for, as lame as it sounds, like preseason and putting in the work and trying to get better and trying to help the team succeed. Yeah, this sport is, it's competitive, it's stressful, but when it boils down to it, it's a sport, it's a game, and it's meant to be fun and enjoyed. And I still wake up like raring to go. So yeah, when that ends,
she gets to see me
it's
every
because
day.
I get to see my lovely teammates every day. But no, that for me, when that's done, I'm done. Better have good teammates.
A similar question for both of you, but Sink, I'll start with you. In what is it that drives you, that keeps you coming back, that motivates you to want to continue to play?
Honestly, I definitely am, like, on the inside, crazy. You don't reach the level that we have without being a little crazy. But for me, it's being part of a team. It's working with teammates to like try and get better, trying to like solve problems out there. And it's the same in Portland, same with the national team. I truly believe that individually and collectively we can always get better, and just finding out a way to do that.
Sophia?
Yeah, I think it's that, like, your team makes it worth, coming in every day, even when you don't feel like it, your body hurts, all that stuff. Your teammates really make it worth it. So that for me, but also I love to win. Like, I love to win everything I do. So that's kind of what drives me. Like, I want to be on a winning team. I want to help every team that I'm on win everything possible, because I think at the end of the day, we go out there and we work our butts off and we do everything in our control because we want to win. And you can't be at this level without having that mentality. So that's what gets me excited, and that's what kind of fuels my fire.
And what did you think of your FIFA rating?
I thought it was a good starting place.
I think Soph should be higher, but that's just me.
There's a lot of
I'll say
controversy
it.
in
I have
FIFA.
questions.
94 potential though. So
That could,
Yeah, but potential, you know. Potential is just the word.
my nieces have potential too.
Everyone's got potential, yeah.
true. So if you've set obviously high goals for yourself, you told me that you want to repeat as MVP of NWSL. You want to repeat as a champion, and maybe Christine might not be happy about the third one, but you want to win a World Cup for the United States.
I hope she wants to win a World Cup.
Well,
I'd be
if I don't,
concerned.
Yeah, would have a talk with me if I
I might
didn't.
have to slap her
if
around a
that
little
comes
bit.
to fruition, she
Yeah.
may not be as happy. For those three things to be achieved, what is it going to take from you?
Everything, like literally everything I have. I think it's going to take me coming into the season, obviously being happy with last year, but kind of putting it behind me and realizing that that was just the start, and I have so much more to learn and so much, growth to make that I can only get better. And I think if I have that mindset, I'm not too focused on like the outcome or the awards or any of that. I'm just focused on showing up every day trying to get better. And I think with that, might come awards, might not, but at the end of the day, if I do that and if I give everything I have and feel like I've, turned over every stone, I'll be happy with that. And yeah, winning a World Cup would be sick, I think.
I mean, you could.
I don't know.
You're gonna play in more, so you could wait like 4 years. This is like a comedy hour.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Yeah, no, obviously, you don't go to a World Cup not wanting to win a World Cup. Like, who doesn't want to win a World Cup? So I'm going to do everything I can to help my team and enjoy it because it's something that I've dreamed about for my whole life.
Sophia, so much has happened in the past year in your young career. Have you taken a moment to kind of sit back and kind of appreciate everything that, like, this past year for you?
Yeah, like a little. I've gotten better about that. My parents always tell me, like, so sometimes you just have to, like, be happy with where you are. Because I've always been someone that, like, wants more. It's like, well, I want this. Well, what's next? And it's like, that's great. I think that's what, has helped me get to this place. But at the same time, it is a journey. It's a marathon. And it's important to remain present and to keep, yourself in a place where you are happy with yourself. You're proud of yourself. You're taking in every moment and finding that balance with also wanting more. I can't stop wanting more. I can't stop, pushing myself to higher standards. So I think it's definitely been about finding a balance and having teammates like Sink who have been there, done it all, done everything that I hope to do one day. I can just watch her and kind of see how she carries herself and learn from that. So I'm very fortunate to be surrounded with really amazing players who I look up to and who've done all the things that I hope to do.
Conversely, Christine, do you kind of step back and say and look at the arc of your career and say and enjoy the moments, or are you still kind of in a position where you're grinding?
Definitely grinding.
She never
No, I like listening to Soph. Like, there's a reason why some players are great for a year or two and then fall off the map. For me, when I'm done playing, I'll know I've given like absolutely everything to this sport and reached my absolute full potential, and I'll enjoy it then. And so, listening to Soph, I have no doubt that her career it's going to continue and it's just going to take off because she has in her that like unrelenting desire to keep going and always asking to do more, always like we're gym buddies, like, you can just sense it in people that they're never satisfied, and that's what I see with Soph, and that excites me, except when she's on the U.S. team. Yeah, and like anything I can do to help, I hope she knows I'm here for her.
One last thing,
Just don't
because
bother me a lot.
She's here for me, but like I can't.
But
talk
like,
to her.
just don't bother me.
we always look at elite athletes and think that it's all soccer all the time. It's all football all the time. What do you guys do? Do you have hobbies? What do you do when you're not soccer.
What? I mean, I have a dog. Is that a hobby or something? Right now, I'm planning a house remodel. So that's taking up a lot of my spare time that I don't have. But yes.
Yeah. I'm still struggling in that aspect of life. We really don't have time. Then when we do have time, like, we're so tired, we just want to do nothing. Or at least that's me.
It's fair. No, it's not just you.
We've gone to a few, like, pottery painting classes, some of us on the team. Not Sink yet. She'll come soon.
I'm not doing pottery.
Okay. Reading. I love to read.
When I go to Topgolf, I'll be in.
Yeah, there's just, like, soccer is my life. Like, everything I do, you know, I go home, it's how I eat, how I recover. I spend all afternoon recovering. We do, like, baths, like, all that stuff. It's all for soccer. So I think, maybe I could do a better job of, like, squeezing in some non-soccer stuff, but it's the job.
We're really not selling our profession right now.
Yeah. Well, it's fun.
Any other questions in the room?
Oh my God, these poor people.
I know we have a couple people
The
online.
best job in the world.
I don't know if they have a question online. Oh, I'm going to go one more to Fook in the room. If you do have a question online, raise your hand and we'll call on you.
Hi. Who's the best FIFA 23 player on the team?
Who's a gamer? Do you play?
I grew up playing FIFA.
Yeah. Things have probably changed, huh?
Me as like a 14-year-old, I would have taken me. Becky games, but she doesn't play
Becky's
sports.
a gamer, but she's like a Call
Zelda
of Duty gamer.
and like
dark gamer. Natsu's a dark gamer too.
Bella plays. Yeah, I don't know if
I don't
anyone
know
actually
either.
plays FIFA. So,
You're all going to have to learn.
but we're in the game.
But
so-
we're in the game.
All right. I don't think we have any questions
Canadian
online.
national team player.
All right. No questions on any last burning questions in the room.
Oh, we're ready.
All right.
No. Okay.
Wow, that's the most eager I've ever heard you guys be too in media. All right, we will wrap it there. Thank you, Sophia and Sink, for your time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.